Okay, so it's been a while since I've put a video on, so probably should have pulled my finger out and got on with it a little bit sooner. Quarantine is slowly taking its toll. I've now dyed my hair pink because I've got nothing else to do. We're going to do a session today that is slightly harder in terms of the upper body focus, and there's going to be a lot on your hands and on your wrists, so all these exercises can be done from the knees. So if things are getting a little bit tough from the ankles and tough through the wrists, you can try and step it down a little bit. Other than that, this should be all right. So we're going to start standing at the end of your mat, okay? At the far end of your mat, and we're going to start with some roll downs, okay? So nice and relaxed through the head and shoulders. You're going to make sure the weight is on the balls of your feet as you gently peel it forwards, one spine at a time. Noting that you've only got one spine, so what we really mean is one bone at a time in your spine. And then back up. And then you're going to take it back down again. Nice and relaxed. Again, remembering that your Pilates should not be painful. It should be challenging and it should be hard. You should feel like you've worked, but without aggravating anything, okay? So if you find things are getting a little bit sore, just stop for a few minutes or try the easier option for each exercise, all right? Bearing in mind your 5 key elements throughout, okay? As we go forwards and all the way down. Nice gentle breath in, nice gentle breath out, and up we come. Okay, so your next exercise, you're going to put your hands on your hips and you're going to gently lean backwards, just as far as comfortable we can, and then back upright. We're going to do 4 more like that, and back, and 3, and back, 2, shoulders down away from the ears, nice and relaxed, and 1, and back, good job. Shoulders up, around and back and down, up, around and back and down, and up, around and back and down. You're going to roll your shoulders forwards, up and around and forwards and down, up and around and forwards and down, and up and around and forwards and down. Okay, so from here we're going to do what's called a walkout. So you're going to come down to your mat and you're going to walk your hands to the far end of your mat, maintain that plank position, nice and strong, push away from the earth, and then you're going to walk it back, nice and steady, and then you're going to gently roll up to standing, okay? If it's too much, you can take it all the way down onto your knees and then walk it out to that plank position. Hold it, shoulders down, nice and strong, and then walk it back, okay? So we're going to do a few repetitions like that, and then we're going to add in a wee shoulder reach as well. So you're going to take it down, walk it out, nice and strong, push away from the floor, and all the way back. And up. Shoulders nice and wide, long through the back of the neck, and down we go. Nice and steady. Hold it there for 3, 2, and 1, and walk it back. Good. Doing really well. We'll do one more like this, and then you're going to take in your shoulder reaches, okay? And I say shoulder reaches, I mean hand reaches. So you're going to walk it back, all the way upright. Okay, so when you get out to your furthest point on this one, nice and strong, you're going to reach forwards with your right hand, place it back, reach forwards with your left, place it back, trying to keep your pelvis as steady as you can before you walk it back up, okay? The wider you have your feet, the more stable you're going to be, so get yourself in a position of control. Obviously, the closer your feet are together, the harder it's going to be, okay? Reach and back, reach and back, and walk it up. And again, you can do these from the knees if the full length is too much. All the way down and out. Okay, get your balance, get your position. Shoulders down away from the ears. Reach, reach, and up. Nice, long and tall. I'm going to do 2 more. All the way, high T. All the way out, and back, out, and back. All the way back up, nice and strong. Last one of this exercise. All the way out into that plank position. Reach, return, reach, return. Lower the knees, uncurl the toes, sink it back for a wee child's pose. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Doing really well. Shift that bit of fluff. Okay, so we're going to take it from here back into a good strong plank position. And we're going to do some mountain climbers, okay? So strong in the middle. You need to take your right knee to your right elbow, and then back, left knee to your left elbow, and back. Okay, nice and controlled. Sometimes the slower you do these things, the harder it is. You want to be pushing away from the floor, long through the back of the neck, strong in the middle. And again, you can do this from your knees if you wish. You can bring it up and back, up and back if you feel the full length position is too much. Okay, we're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, back into that pose of a child. Give your wrists a wee roll round. We're going to do one more round like that, okay? And we're going to do one more exercise. Bye team. One more exercise on my hands and knees, okay? So from here, nice strong plank position, and you're going to take elbow to the knee, elbow to the knee. Good job. Good, steady, strong. We're going to go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back and relax it down in that pose of a child. Give your wrists a wee roll round. We won't be here for very long, it's just to give your wrists a wee bit of a break before we go into the next one, okay? You're going to put your hands down, tuck your toes under, and then you're going to lift your hips up into that downward dog position, okay? And then from here, you take your right hand for your left ankle, plank. Right. So you're reaching for the opposite ankle each time you do, but you're coming all the way forwards into a plank position between each repetition, okay? Not letting your hips touch the floor. Now I'm reaching just below my knee, middle of the shin. Going for that nice, strong, definite set in a plank before you lift up and off. And back, up, back, up. My heels are off the floor and that's okay. But all that power is coming from my middle. Gonna go for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, uncurl the toes. Sit your bottom back, give your wrists a wee roll round. Doing really well. Give your elbows and arms a wee roll round. Okay, so from here you're going to come down onto your side. You're going to put your elbow underneath your shoulder. You're going to start in that nice strong side plank position, okay? So, shoulders down away from the ears, ribs stacked above the hips nice and level, feet and knees together. Nice and strong at that middle. You're going to lift your hips up into side plank and down, okay? So making sure that it's a sideways lift and it is not a thrust forwards and it is not a hang back. You want to have shoulders, hips, knees if you can. So if I bring my knees slightly further back, there we go, and down, and up, and down, okay? If it's too much at your shoulder, at your elbow, you can come down onto your side, okay? So you can come here, and you can lift and lower, lift and lower. It will be a small move if you are down on your side, okay? Up and down. We're gonna go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Extend that top leg. You're going to lift it up, keep it up, lift and lower, lift and lower, keeping the hips high. Nice and strong. So you're working that bottom glute, you're working your core, you're working everything around your shoulder, you're working that top hip with all the movement from the side. And being mindful that you're not rocking backwards or forwards, but you're just keeping a nice steady position as you lift and lower. Lift, oh, and lower, handy. Lift and lower. we're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all from the hip, 4, 3, 2, last one, and down and down. Good. Come all the way up onto your bottom. Give your shoulders a nice roll round. 3, 2, and 1. And give your neck a nice gentle roll round. All the way round one way, and then you're going to gently come back the other way. Good effort. Okay. You're going to come down onto your side for the next one. Okay. You're going to extend that top leg, so shoulders down away from your ears, draw your ribs back, strong at the tummy, long on that leg. And all we're going to do is bring a little bit of side kick into it. So keeping that leg nice and level, nice and controlled. If you want to make it harder, you can extend that bottom leg and flex up at the ankle. But it's making sure you're not getting any kind of rocking and rolling at the tummy, and that it's all coming from the glutes and the hip. Okay? We're going to do another 10, 9, good. Put your hand on the floor for support if you need. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower it down. You're going to bring that knee forwards and you're going to reach it up behind you. So forwards to the floor, foot up and back. Forwards, up and back. Again, really trying to control how much movement is happening in the middle and that all of this is working around the hip. Nice and strong and steady. That noise in the background is Tina chewing on a rope toy. But it's nice that she's keeping me company for a change. Okay, so nice and steady. You're going to go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring it down. Give it a wee rub. It's well done. Okay, so from here, you're going to just gently roll over onto your back. Okay, and then from there, all we're going to do is start with your feet together, knees together. You're going to walk your toes out and walk your heels out, so it makes a nice number 11. You're going to relax your arms down by your side. You're going to tuck your tailbone under, you're going to lift up into a bridge. Again, nice and relax the neck, nice and relax the shoulders, and then you're going to roll it down from neck to knickers, okay? You lift from knickers to neck, and then you go nice and controlled back down the other way. Trying to be mindful to keep your feet in line with your knees and your hips, so that you're not splaying your legs out, and then you've got all that control around your backside, okay? You're going to come up onto your toes, and then you're going to come up into that bridge, okay? We're going to do 3 like this. Nice and controlled, really trying to get that smooth articulation all the way from the bottom to the top, and then again from the top to the bottom on your way back down, okay? So staying on your tiptoes, you're going to come up, you're going to stay up, right? You're going to take your right knee out to the side for your hip twist, bring it back in. You take your left knee out to the side, bring it back in, and then you're going to go both at the same time, keeping your hips nice and high, back together, and then lower it down, okay? So you're going to go right, then left, then both together. So you lift up in that bridge, stay on the toes, nice and relax the neck. Right knee, keeping that pelvis nice and level. Left knee really strong through the glutes. Both together. Good. Try to keep it as elevated as you can, okay? Nice and strong with the breathing, nice strong with the glutes as you lift. You go right and back, left and back, and both together. And roll it down. We're going to do 5 more just like that. All the way up, and you're going to go right and back, left and back, and both together. Good girl, T. 3 more. Up, you go right and left, and both slow and steady, and down. Good. Looking for that quality control. All the way up. 3 to go. Right and left and both, and down. Good. 2 to go. All the way up with the hips to the shoulders, and then you go right and in and left and in and both and in and down. Last one, you're doing really well. You're going to lift. You're going to go right and in and left and in and together and in and hold it there. Nice and strong. Keep those hips nice and high. Really concentrate on that lift, that squeeze at your bottom. You're going to go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and gently bring it down. Good job. Scoop your knees in, give it a wee cuddle, or a wee bosey. Circle round one way. Just give that back a wee roll into the floor, and then you're going to go back the other way. Nice and steady. Good effort. So from here, all I want you to do is nice and long through the back of the neck, shoulders down away from your ears, ribs nice and relaxed above your hips. You're going to take your legs to double tabletop from there. If that's too much, you can start with one foot on the floor, but ideally we're going to start double tabletop. So hips, knees, feet all in a line, nice and strong through that core, and we're going to start with a little bit of scissors, okay? So you're going to keep that nice, smooth, consistent move. The angle at the knee doesn't change, but it's all the movement from the hip, okay? And you're aiming to make sure that you bring those feet all the way back up to tabletop. You're trying to touch the same point on the floor every time. And if you're worried that you haven't brought your knees to the right position, if you bring your hands out, the palm of your hand should hit the top of your knee, and then that way you know that you've got your knees above your hips. Okay, so we're going to work at this level 2 for a moment. If you want to make it harder, you can scoot that head and shoulders up into your abdominal prep position, as long as it doesn't compromise that lower back position, okay? Nice and steady, breathing as you go. The general consensus is if you breathe out on the effort, not only does it effectively manage your blood pressure, but it also means that your rectus abdominis, so the big muscle down the front, one of the big muscles down the front, is having to engage more effectively. So give it a go and see if you notice the difference, but whatever you do, if in doubt, breathe out, so don't hold your breath as we go for another 3, 2, and 1. You're going to stay there and you're going to step up to 3, level 3, which means you're just alternating that toe tap. So it's the same but a little bit faster, okay? So as one comes down, the other comes up. And we're going to go for nice, strong, steady. You'll feel it in your hip flexors. So up around the front of your thigh, up around the front of your hip. Stay nice and strong, making sure you're making as much quality as you can, and you're keeping that consistency as best you can, okay? Breathe out on the effort. You're doing really well. We're going to go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, elbows wide, 3, 2, and 1. Scoop your feet, your knees in, which means your feet will come with them if they're attached to your legs. Nice and relaxed, deep breath in, deep breath out. Again, give it a wee bosey and a wee roll round, and then go back the other way. Okay, you're going to pop your right foot down and your left foot down. You're going to lengthen those legs out and then reach. So toes as far away from you as you can, fingers as far away as you can. Really get that length through the middle. Give your hip flexors a wee bit of rest and your tummy a wee bit of rest. Okay, so from here, you're going to bring your knees back in and you're going to zip them together from toes to hips. You're going to put your hands at the back of your head. You're going to scoop up into that abdominal prep, making sure you've got that nice spinal neutral. You're going to reach for the far end of your mat and you're just going to pulse there nice and steady for your hundreds, okay? Nice and controlled. If there is any head or neck pain, please rest your head and neck back down. Don't feel you've got to keep it up. You're going to lift your right leg up and your left leg up and you're going to zip it together. Again, you can keep your feet on the floor if you need to, but you're trying to keep your arms as far towards the far end of your mat as you can. Legs zipped from hips to tips. Okay, nice and steady. Breathe, and you should be able to do 5 arm pulses per breath in, per breath out, okay? And we're going to go for another. Straight legs, we're going to count it down, okay? And we're going to come down in stages. So you're going to go straight legs and we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, scoot the knees in, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right foot down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, last foot down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest the head and shoulders down. Again, nice long reach out, nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Hi Tina, nice to see you. Okay, from here you're going to come over onto your hands and knees, you're going to sink your bottom down, nice long stretch. Pose of a child there, nice and controlled. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and then you're going to come down onto your other side. So we'll do all your side planking and your side kicks down on your, well, which is my left side now. So if you started on your left, you're over on your right. And equally, if you started on your right like me, you'll be on your left now, okay? So you're going to start with your left elbow underneath your left shoulder. And you want your shoulder in line with your hips. And you want to make sure you're on your mat rather than off your mat, because that's just a little bit more comfortable. And we're going to lift the hips and then down. Trying to make sure you're staying active all the way around the shoulder and that you're getting as much height as you can and strength in the middle, okay? Try not to sink at the shoulder when you come down. It's about staying in control and staying nice and strong, okay? Lift and lower. Lift and lower. We're going to go for another 6 and down, 5 and down, 4 and down, 3 and down, 2 and down, and 1 and down. Okay, so top leg nice and long, lift up into that side plank, and you're coming up and down with that top leg, okay? So you're staying all the way active around the shoulder, all the way active around that lower hip, and you're going to get that top leg moving. Again, a nice straight line. So it's not coming forwards, it's not coming back. You're taking it high as you can control it. Strong in the middle. And breathe. I promise it won't last forever, but it will be good once it's done. Again, you can do it lying on your side if your shoulder's just giving you too much jip. That's okay too. We're going to go for 6, 5, 4, breathe, shoulders down away from your ears, 2, and 1, and bring it down. Good, bring it all the way down now. You're going to stay long on that top hip, so don't let your waist sink towards the floor. You're going to lengthen that top leg, you're going to bring that knee in, and you're going to reach it back. So we're going to mix up slightly from the way we did it on the other side, so we'll do this one first and then we'll do your side kicks, alright? Knee to floor, long up behind you. Knee to floor, long up behind you. Shoulders down away from the ears, chin down towards your chest. Nice and strong at the middle. Really think about all that power coming from your glutes. Again, you can make it harder by straightening that bottom leg. And if it's a little bit irritable, try and not lengthen the leg as far, or just don't take it as high. Alright, we're going to go for another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so you're going to lower it down to hip height, but you're going to keep it nice and long, and we're going to take it straight into your side kicks. Okay, so again, it's hand on the floor if you need it for support. If you want to make it harder, you can come up onto that elbow, and again, keeping that leg nice and consistent with the height with which you're moving it, as if you're dusting a coffee table or anything else that you like to put your feet across. Nice and smooth, just as long as it's consistent, okay? I'm going to go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and rest that leg down. Give it a wee rub on the inside of that hip because that'll work hard. Nice to see that T is checking that we're all alright. You're going to come up onto that bottom, give your shoulders a nice roll round. And then give that head, neck, a nice gentle roll round, whichever way you are most comfortable to do so. High T, and then back the other way. Good. You're going to come up onto your shins or on your knees, bottom onto your heels. You're going to link your hands, elbows wide. You're going to stretch it forwards. Follow your hands as you take it up, wide and down. Link your hands, turn your hands away from you. Nice and strong stretch up, open and down. One more. Together, lift, open and down. Okay, good effort. So, not the best lighting in this video. Lessons I have learned from today. White tops might not always be helpful. Hope that felt okay. Nice to see that the sidekick appeared and disappeared on many an occasion. I'll try and get a video up a little bit more regularly, but it was nice to have you here. I hope you feel a bit of a benefit. If you've got any feedback or any questions, or you want some other stuff, then feel free to sling a comment down and let me know. Take care, guys. We'll hopefully see you soon. Bye.